Good evening. We're so glad to have you with us. I'm Tom Waters, your host, and I have with me Linda Fitzgibbons. And I'll tell you more about exactly what it is we're going to be talking about this evening because there is so much. And as I tell everybody, every meeting, be sure you have something to write with, something to write on, and take a lot of notes because Linda has so much information for you, and you're going to want to write this down. You also might want to have to get in touch with her and say, Linda, I listened to you talk about this or that, and I'd like a clarification on it. And she'll be able to do that. So that's why you need to write it down, just to make sure you can be in touch with her. But the first thing I want to do is welcome her to the program. So Linda, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Waters. Thank you.
It is so good to have you in this evening because we're going to be talking about a lot of things, but a lot of the people that have already seen you, they've seen you on this show talking about a vast other things that are going on in our community. And normally you're talking about the school district and things like that. So just to remind our audience, some of the things that you have talked about and things you've done in the past, just remind them who Linda Fitzgibbons is.
Oh my gosh. So moving here 28 years ago, I got very much involved in our community, starting out with the library. When it was a teeny tiny little library on Calvada, and we got together with some moms through the LAPSIT program, and we ended up getting that beautiful library that's there right now built along with a lot of other people, obviously, but that was one of the very first things that got me very much involved with our community. Going on, I mean, I've been involved with, I was on the library board and the Nye Communities Coalition board of directors, the No to Abuse board of directors. So, and then now, of course, Seroptimus. And my career with the school district of 25 years, I was involved with the early childhood pre-K program to get that up and running when we got a $1 million grant to put pre-Ks in the school district here in Nye County. And then I was also for many, many years involved with the homeless program, the McKinney-Vento homeless. We refer to, we called it the Students in Transition program. So that was my life for many, many years.
Yes.
And now I've been retired from the school district for the last 2 years and really, really focusing on Seroptimus.
And so you say you are retired.
Yeah, well, my calendar doesn't actually say that I'm retired. We were comparing calendars just before we started, and it's like, it doesn't look like I'm retired.
We are both retired, and we're busier than we were when we were not doing volunteer stuff.
Yes, yes.
But Seroptimus, I know a lot of you have heard about Seroptimus, and you probably want to hear more, and that's what you're going to hear tonight, because when I first heard the term Seroptimus, I didn't know what it was. Now I know, but I want Linda to be able to tell you exactly what it is, how it impacts our community, and how you can help support this. So first of all, Linda, what is Seroptimus?
So Seroptimus is a global volunteer organization that basically we raise funds in our community to put money back into our community. The majority of it is because Seroptimus means best for women. So the majority of what we look at is what can we do to help women and girls through education to empower them through their lifetime. And we have several programs which we'll talk a little bit about. But what I want you guys to know is that Seroptimus has actually been in Pahrump for the last 16 years. So we're 16 years old here in Pahrump, but we're a lot older than we look because Seroptimus International, our Seroptimus of the Americas International, is actually 103 years old.
Wow.
So we've been around for a long, long time.
Okay.
We started in Oakland, California, 103 years ago, October 3rd, just a few days ago. We just celebrated our 103rd birthday. And Seroptimus started, like I said, in Oakland, California with a small group of women, and we are now worldwide. And that's why I started out by saying we are a global group of women and men, mainly women, but women and men that go out into our communities to see what the needs are for women and girls and see what we can do to help them through our programs locally and on our national level too.
Okay, I do have to ask, since you said it, women and girls. About how many members do you have?
So we have 50 members.
Okay.
We just got our last our 50th member just recently, so that was really super exciting for us. Okay. Several years ago, actually, when I first started, when I agreed to be the president, we were at, I believe, 23. So we've grown, and this is my second year, so we've grown a lot. So that's been a really exciting thing. As a matter of fact, we've grown so quickly, we actually received a beautiful award from our regional level, a first place award on our membership.
Oh, great.
So we're happy about that.
Okay, women and girls. Well, you have the women are involved in our community. How many girls do you have?
So the way we involve our girls is through our program. So Pahrump International of the Americas, which is all of North America and South America, what we do is we have a platform, and that platform is empowering girls through education. Okay. And so we have two national programs. One of it is called the Dream It, Be It program. And I'm going to read you, I know you don't like to necessarily do that, but I love what this says. Okay. It says the Dream It, Be It program is support for girls that gives girls the tools they need to achieve their education and career goals, empowering them to break the cycles of poverty, violence, and abuse. So why do we do this? Well, far too many girls face barriers on the pathway to achieving their dreams. Obstacles such as poverty, teen dating violence, and teen pregnancy can get in their way for the girls' ability to make their dreams a reality. So our Dream It, Be It program equips the girls to overcome those obstacles, to set some goals and head towards their success. So the cool thing about this is that we do it in the high school. So we're reaching them when it matters the most. So by reaching these girls while they're still young, we not only help them stay healthy, because we taught healthiness is one of the things we have as our curriculum, and safe in the short term, but we can also reduce, and these are actually numbers that have been proven, we can also reduce the number of women in crisis in the future, putting them on a path to help them realize their dreams. And just a few of the topics that we are covering at the high school level: career opportunities, setting and achieving goals, overcoming obstacles to success, and then moving forward after setbacks and failures. These are all really good topics that girls need to have in their lives right about the high school level, because a lot of us have a bad day, and we won't, especially some of the high school girls are like, I'm not going to recover from this. I don't know what I'm going to do. We're teaching them this is just a temporary situation and giving them the tools that they need to move on and become more successful. So that is our Dream It, Be It program for our high school students, and we actually do that at Pahrump Valley High School. We have, I believe, about 25 girls in that classroom right now. And so at the end of this, and the TV station here was really nice enough to help us out last year. At the end of them taking this entire course, we take them on a field trip. And one of the places we came was here to the TV station, so they could see what it was like and see if maybe a career in TV might want to, be something that they would be interested in doing. So that was fun. We took them out to Spring Mountain Motorsports, and we also took them to Valley Electric. So they got to see some really high-level people that were women, in particular, that were in high positions in those three areas, so they can look at them as role models and say, I can possibly do that. One of my favorite things was when we went out to Spring Mountain Motorsports, one of the people that took us on tour was the head mechanic out there, which was a woman. And all these girls were so excited about that. So that's one of the things that we do locally for our high school girls. And like I said, we have about 20, 25 girls in that class right now. It fluctuates. Okay, now I'm going to put Linda on the spot because I'm going to ask a question that she's totally not expecting. Uh-oh. And I just thought about this. It's a program that, when you look at Pahrump, it's a program for girls, women and girls. And she's explained how it really helps girls mature and move into womanhood, and also helping our society. But why do we want to have a separate program for women instead of for men? Oh, that is a good question. And I've answered that question before. I'm sure you have. There's a lot of things out there for men. There really is. And what we have found is that Seroptimus had looked at that, and because they get asked that question all the time, there's a lot of things that provide for men and boys out there. And so what we wanted to do was to fill that void and provide the services that we need for women and girls. And we're starting to become equal.
I think that's an excellent answer. You know, as a former school administrator, and I looked at things, and like you said, there were a lot of things for the boys, but there wasn't anything for the girls. And we needed to do something for our girls. And Seroptimus filled that void. And that's why this program is so important. And it's so important that you learn more about it so that you can support it, because you're supporting women and girls, and you're making our society better by doing this. So I know we're going to run out of time on this session, but there's so many other things when you talk about Seroptimus and the benefits for all women and all girls, and the things that our community Seroptimus members are doing. As Linda said, they have 50 members now, and they could also use probably you to come and join them and become a Seroptimus member, so you can also participate in all the things that they're doing to help women and girls. I'm just so impressed with what they've accomplished, but we're going to tell you so much more in our next session. So we're going to ask that you come back, be sure to take notes, be sure to contact Linda if you have any questions at all, and we're going to be giving you her contact information in our next session. So again, come back and join us, learn more about Seroptimus, learn more about how to help women and girls in our community and around the world. So come back and join us. Welcome back. We're so glad to have you back with us. I have Linda Fitzgibbons with us, and we're talking about Seroptimus because Seroptimus is so important to women and girls, as we stated in our first session, and it is so important that you help, because without your help and without you, it's an organization that's really benefiting no one. So we want you to be involved. If you have any questions at all, we want you to contact Linda and ask her any questions that you might have about Seroptimus. We've already explained how they got started, when they got started, how many members they have, how many members they need, and they need you. So feel free to contact her and let her know, look, I'm interested. I'm interested in learning more about how to help women and girls. There's so much more that I know Linda wants to tell us about Seroptimus, so I'm going to turn it back to her and let her tell you exactly what they're doing and some of their plans and things like that.
So one of the things that's happening right now that I really want to get the word out, and that is our Live Your Dream program. And what that is, it's a program for women that are head of household that have gone back to school or are registered and going back to school. This year, we're going to be giving out 4 awards. That's the first time we've ever done that. Wow. Usually we only give out 1. Last year we were able to give out 2. This year we're looking at giving out 4.
Great.
And I've got to tell you, I'm so disappointed because as of last Tuesday, we hadn't had anybody apply for it.
Oh, no.
So there's information on the screen that was just popped up that you can contact us about that. You can go directly to our Seroptimus International website to apply for that. There's another graphic that hopefully he can bring up that actually has, there it is, it has the scan code on there. You can scan that code in right now off your phone and go directly to the website. Fill out that application. We've got 4 awards here in Pahrump, and we want to give them away here in Pahrump. Because once you do that, once you get your award, and I keep saying award versus scholarship, yes, it is going to help you with your education. But let's say your car breaks down and you need to get your car fixed to get to school. It's an award. That money goes directly to the woman. And if that's what they need to make sure that they are able to pay their tuition or pay for their books, we can pay for they can use it with whatever they need to get them for their education, to get them to where they need to be as far as that goes. So it's a little bit different than a scholarship.
Yes. the question I was going to ask again is, what are the qualifications to apply?
It's basically a woman that's a head of household.
Okay.
That's about it. So now that could be, she could have a husband that maybe is disabled or maybe even out of work at this point in time, and she's going to school. So, or going to be attending school. She has to be, registered to go to school. And that's about it. That's about it. So there's, you can go online and, read more of the details on it, but pretty much that's it. So please.
To give them some idea, what kind of school?
So it could be any kind of school of higher education. It could, it could be vocational school. It could be college. It could be even some kind of a certificate program. So any kind of school that's going to empower you to be self-sufficient. So that's what that's kind of all about. So we're really, really promoting the Live Your Dream program. The next thing that we got coming up, as far as our local programs go, is we do a human trafficking community symposium, and that's going to be in January. As you can see, we've already got the word out there. So it's a human trafficking awareness community forum, and it's going to be on January the 13th, I believe is what that says, next January. And you can see we already have some great keynote speakers and some featured speakers there too. We have our Lieutenant Governor is coming out to speak, our Sheriff is coming out to speak, our Greg Hafen will be there, and we also have our keynote speaker that was an actual victim of human trafficking herself. So we're excited about getting that information. The other thing we're going to be doing in the way of local programs is we have a thing called Christmas for Seniors. So we figured out that our community, and this is last year's flyer, just so you know, but I wanted to bring that because it shows you kind of the things that we are looking to do. We figured out our kids are really well supported in our community. We've got a great community.
Yes.
And but we found there were a lot of seniors that were forgotten, that were not being supported for Christmas. Okay. So this is where we took this up. This is our second year for that. And of course, in order to run our programs, it takes money. Mm-hmm. And we do that, we try to do that in a lot of fun ways. Our very next, this is October the 10th, and so we have this coming up on October the 27th, and that is our Bunko Blast. It's a Halloween bunko. Ghouls just want to have fun. So it is a lot of fun. We play bunko, there's food, we're having a costume contest, there's prizes to be given away, and it's only $25 a ticket. So you can't beat that.
No, not at all.
And we are known, well known in our community for our Mardi Gras, which is going to be in February. And of course, we have a fashion show. All of those are fundraisers. So we take that money and we want to put that right back into our community. Something else that we have done is we started, for so many years, our club was so poor. And that's why we were only able to do $1,000 for our Live Your Dream Award. But we have been so blessed by our community coming to our events and helping us raise money. We are now able to start putting more money back into our community.
Great.
And that's what it's all about.
Yes.
That's what it's all about for us. One of those things that we're doing, I told you about the Dream It Be It program. We're going to take that to the next level this year.
How?
And well, we're actually going to be giving those girls scholarships.
Oh, great.
And those are going to be true scholarships.
Okay.
Those are going to be scholarships. They're going to money going directly to the financial, or to the the institution at the school that they're going to. So that will be banked for them if they win the scholarship. So we're putting out we haven't decided yet how much they're going to be because we don't know how many we're going to give out, but that's going to happen this year. We actually put together a finance committee to figure that whole thing out. But that's one of the other things that we're doing too, as far as putting money back into our community. The other thing that we just recently did is we helped purchase a AED through the program, the AED program that worked with the county.
Okay. And
we donated $2,000 with the request that AED, and I can't ever say that actual word.
AED to me is enough.
Right? The heart defibrillator type of thing.
Yes.
We actually requested that be put in the Nye Communities Coalition NAC, which is the big multi-purpose room that is used by so many people in our community. The Holiday Task Force does all of their events there. There's a church that meets there. And so we have so many members of our community coming in and out the doors of that particular building that we thought that that would be the best place to have an AED in case somebody has a heart attack and needs help.
They just need people to be trained on it.
Yep, yep. Well, and they're so easily to be used.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. So we donated that for the AED. We just recently donated to the Pahrump Junior High and High School Rodeo, along with remote area medical. And I'm sure that you guys have probably already heard about that a lot. I hope you have. Remote area medical will be here this. Actually, it's already over, but we donated money to the RAM program because they do pap smears for women, and they do women's health in particular, mammograms and things like that. So because we are so focused on women and girls, we wanted to make sure that those funds were going there because it's very expensive to do a pap smear, and it's not just that; it's everything that goes along with that. The labs that go along with that too.
You know, and you mentioned RAM. Rural area medical, and when you look at that, that was the 8th time they came to Pahrump.
It's an amazing
8th year in a row.
It's an amazing.
So let's hope they're doing a 9th year, and next October you can come back and receive this medical care again.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so because it's an amazing program. Another thing that we have donated money to is our local Girl Scouts. We just recently had our district meeting here, and one of the local Girl Scout troops was the honor guard for us and did the posting of the flags, and so we donated to that particular troop. So that was a lot of fun. Living Free Health. We all know about the cafe that's right down the street, but they have a whole background with halfway houses that for women and children, and so that's one of our big areas that we help with. As a matter of fact, they're going to be doing a fundraiser coming up here I believe it is in November, and the Seroptimus is an organization that has done so many fundraisers and we actually will show up there with a team, our Seroptimus team of fundraising experts, and help them out.
Oh,
so
great.
That's one of the things that we do. A couple of other things, our Hope Run, we've donated to those, and we've donated to elementary teachers. And those are just a few of the things that Seroptimus has done over the past year to get that money back into our communities.
You know, with everything Linda has just given you, I hope you're writing all this down because you could have missed some of it. But again, contact Linda if you have any questions at all, because Seroptimus is so important to our community. It's so important to our women and our girls and making them beneficial in our community. When you talk about the having funds to go to school, not only the scholarships, but the other funds, the DREAM program. There are so many things that Seroptimus is doing that I was totally unaware of. So I'm so glad that I asked Linda to come in and be part of this show tonight to give you all of this invaluable information. So I hope you're writing it down. I hope she receives a ton of calls saying, Linda, I heard the things you talked about, and I'm so interested in being a part and supporting this invaluable program. So get in touch with her.
I also wanted to mention that we have a great website now.
What is the website?
It's seroptimuspv.org. Please go on there, take a look if you want to find out more information. And you can browse through that and see what we're doing. We got pictures and everything.
Seroptimuspv.org.
.org.
They can't miss that. PV stands for Pahrump Valley, I'm sure.
It does. And you know what? One more thing real quick. We meet twice a month at Nye Communities Coalition, the 1st and 3rd Tuesday. If you would like to just come and join a meeting, you're welcome. Just show up. Okay.
And with that, we're going to say farewell. But please contact Linda if you have any questions at all about Seroptimus. And Linda, thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We're so glad to have you back with us. As you see, I have two lovely ladies with me now, and I'm going to introduce them because they have so much information for you. I still hope you're going to be ready to take down a lot of information, and you can contact either one of them if you have any questions at all. And we'll be giving you their contact information So the main thing to remember is the person sitting next to me is Kay Lapointe, and the person on the far end is Michelle Caird. And we remember her last name because she really cared about everybody. So that's one way to remember her last name. But we're going to be talking about Pahrump Valley Academy and some of the things that so many of you have heard about, and it's a charter school. It's a college preparatory charter school, and it will be something new in our community. But even though we've talked about it, we've looked into it, these ladies are going to explain where we are, where we're going, and how we're going to get there. So it's so important that you pay attention to what we're looking at, because in Nye County, now I know a lot of you in Clark County are listening as well, and you say, well, we have a lot of charter schools here. But in Nye County, we have none. So this would be the first one in Nye County. So I want you to remember that as we go through our discussion. So first thing I want to do is, who wants to speak first, Kay or Michelle?
Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to pick on Kay first, and she's going to give you some information. Even before she talks, I do want to talk about the fact that Sable Miranda, she would be the potential director, and she's in Alaska right now, which is why she's not here with us. She's working in the educational area in Alaska, and when she comes back, we'll try and have her on the show, just so you can get a chance to talk to her again. So go ahead, Kay, and tell us something about Pahrump Valley Academy.
Pahrump Valley Academy is a vision that we've had for, I think this is 3 years now. But the timing of this show is really good because the Nevada Department of Education just released their findings of where we're at.
Okay.
So I was just going to briefly go over how things are here in Nye County and how the Nevada scorecard is available. If you're interested in going on and seeing how your child's school is moving forward, you can go onto the State of Nevada Department of Education, click on Data and Reports, and then go to Nevada Report Card. When you click on that, you put in the county, you can even put in a specific school, and you can see how the school is doing.
When you say how the school is doing, what does it really tell you?
It's going to tell you just some data like attendance, math proficiency,
Okay.
English language proficiency. It's going to tell you if the schools are rated, they can be rated up to 5 stars. It's going to tell you if it's a 1-star school, 2-star school, 3-star school, like that.
And if it's a 1-star or a 5-star, what does that tell you?
Well, a 1-star school would be a school that possibly in other states might already have been put under the direction of the Department of Education.
Like on probation?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of, yeah. And then higher rating schools, of course, have, their better quality.
We're looking
as far as the state is concerned.
We're looking for 5-star schools.
Right.
Okay.
So, and our hope for Pahrump Valley Academy is that it, at the end of year 1, would be a 4-star school.
Outstanding.
So, yeah. So, but just a quick.
Can you give the website again that they can go to get this information?
It's the State of Nevada Department of Education. Just put that on Google. When that comes up, you're going to go to Data and Report, and then you're going to go to Nevada Report Card.
Okay.
So, and then you can put in the county you're searching for. You can search any county in the state, any school in the state.
Okay.
So, any public school. So, right now, the state of Nye County is, we have 4 1-star schools. And this is looking at the 22-23 school year. So that's the school year we just finished in May. So we have 4 elementary schools that are 1-star schools, and we have 4 elementary schools that are 2-star schools, and we have some schools that are not rated. So there are schools like Gabbs, Duckwater. They're really quite small, and for some reason they just didn't rate them.
Okay.
So, so just some general stuff. We have a population of about 5,800 students last year. Our graduation rate, and this is countywide, not just Pahrump Valley High School, but countywide, which includes Beatty, Tonopah, was 80%. So 80% of the kids that come in to the high schools are graduating. And one of the concerns in Nye County is we have chronic absenteeism rate, and it's always high. Okay. So across countywide, our absenteeism rate is 35%. So,
you know, as a former school administrator, one of the things I always said is, if students are not in school, they can't be taught. And they're not learning a lot of the things at home. So they need to be in school. And absenteeism is something that's detrimental to a student, detrimental to a family, and detrimental to a community. So it's something that we've got to get a hold on.
Some other quick stats are our math proficiency is at 26%, and our I can't even talk today. Our English proficiency, so you're talking English, language arts, is 32%.
Now, with what you've given so far, it sounds like we have a dire need for Pahrump Valley Academy.
We do. I mean, it's a need we've talked about. It's a need I think the community is aware of, but I think the entire community needs to be more aware of where we're at as a district and us all working together as a community to try to change that.
Tom, one of the things that we might want to do is actually explain to people what a charter school is.
Beautiful. Go ahead and do
because, that. Because a charter school is actually a public school. It's open to everybody. So we are not looking at bringing in a private school that will only have an elite group of students that parents have to pay for. This will be open to everybody in our community, and that's why it benefits the whole community, is because anyone that wants to provide their child with better education can enroll in our school. And so the other thing is the difference maybe between a charter school and public school is there is criteria for in the sense that parents are truly involved in the child's education. They need to be involved regularly and participate in various aspects. Our behavioral standards are set higher and are addressed more easily than in maybe a public school.
Okay.
But I just wanted people to know that we're not asking for private schools to come to Pahrump. We want something that will help the entire community and be an example to our other public schools to sit there and strive to produce students with better education. So I just wanted that point so that we know that.
You know, the fact that Kay mentioned the fact that we have 4 schools that are one-star schools. A charter school could bring everybody up and definitely help our community.
Yes. So we would have students that are better prepared to go on in high school and then on to college, which is what I think we're all looking for. And even if students don't go on to college, because I know that a lot of students nowadays are looking at going maybe to a technical school. This will still give them that solid, basic education that they need to be better at whatever they choose to do, whether it is a technical school or go into, they could do lineman school or become a mechanic or go on to a college, 2-year college, 4-year college. But this way they'll have a more solid, well-rounded education.
I think what she's saying is once you've learned how to learn, you learn better.
Absolutely. Regardless of what path you choose to take later on in life.
And that is fantastic and very good information. So many people are just totally unaware of that. And when you talk charter school, most people think, how much is it going to cost me?
Exactly.
And to know that it's a public school, so it's not going to cost anything. You're already paying your taxes, so that takes care of it.
So it would be open to anybody and everybody that has a child that wants to enroll them in that school.
Now, the big question is, all the students that you have, say in Nye County, if they all wanted to apply, it's going to get kind of rough because you just said some of the standards are higher, disciplinary problems. So we're telling the students, you probably need to get your act together now before you apply for something like this, because we're not going to have the same problems in the charter school that you have in the public school.
Exactly. And of course, attendance will be, as you said, if you're not in school, you're not going to be learning. So attendance will be paramount in the school because we want them there so that they can learn.
Sounds good. This is what we're talking about when we talk about Pahrump Valley Academy, PVA. And the reason we're talking about this is because we did have a chance to meet with the county commissioners, and we're going to talk about that more in the next session to give you exactly where we are in the application process. These two ladies have all the information, and they can provide that, which is why we said too, and we're providing contact information. So if you have any questions about Pahrump Valley Academy, PVA, you can contact either one of them, ask questions. Look, I'm interested in doing this, but what about this or what about that? And that's why we're going to provide all this information for you. Anything else in the last few seconds before we go to our next session?
No, we're hoping that we are just going to be moving forward on this, and it's going to be a great success.
Okay, so come back and join us for our next session. Be ready to take down this information and contact these two ladies. Welcome back for our final session. I always hate to say that because that means we're bringing everything to an end. These two ladies have so much information about Pahrump Valley Academy, and I know we piqued your interest, and you're really interested in exactly what we're going to be saying. So I'm going to turn it back to them and let them tell you more about this fantastic idea of a charter school that we believe is going to be coming to Nye County.
One of the things that happened this year that's different is Governor Lombardo made several avenues for charters to come into existence. There used to only be one way, and it was through the Nevada Charter Authority. But seeing that our education in the state of Nevada is in crisis and not doing well, he decided, let's jumpstart this. So the different ways that he has set up now are you can still go through the charter authority. A school district can fund you, or not fund you, but get you started with a charter. And then any public entity like a mayor, a city council, or a board of county commissioners can also sponsor a charter.
Okay.
So those are some new things that Governor Lombardo did because he recognizes the crisis that we're in Nevada. People are always asking, where's Nevada at now? Well, Nevada right now is 49th, so in education.
In education, yes.
So in June, a few of the board members went before the county commissioners and did a presentation. And we were asking them to authorize Pahrump Valley Academy as a charter school here in Nye County. And one of the statutes says that the county has to accept being an authorizer of charter schools. So we met with the district attorney, and we are hoping that through that avenue we will be able to have the county commissioners authorize us as a charter school. If not, we can also go to the school district here, and we can go to the charter school authority. But the reason why we wanted the county commissioners or the school district is because it's keeping it local, and they then are our supervisor and watch over us and are part of the organization that makes sure that we're on track. So it's something that we're working towards and that we're looking forward to possibly coming to fruition here soon.
I love that idea of just making sure that it's something that's available. And now we have the avenues of how to make it happen. So I know we're pursuing those avenues, and we'll keep you posted on where we are in making that happen. But we also need to look at how many students we could have in this one charter school. We're not talking about many charter schools. We're talking one, Pahrump Valley Academy at this time.
So Tom, we're looking at starting with grades 1 through 5.
K through 5.
I'm sorry, thank you, K through 5 in the first year. The next year we'll add a year, 6th grade, and then the next year we'll add on to 7th and 8th.
So what, I don't want to clarify that again, but for those people that are listening, the students who are in 5th grade would then move into 6th grade, which would create the 6th grade. And the year after that, they'd move into 7th grade, which would create the 7th grade.
Correct.
So that's how they would grow that.
Right.
Okay.
And so we would keep adding those each year, yes.
Okay. I'm sure somebody mentioned to me once, well, how are you going to find these other students? The students are grown because they start off at K, at kindergarten, and they're going through 5th grade. Those 5th graders are moving into 6th and 7th and 8th. And then later, there's a potential for even high school, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So you've got all of that. These are the ladies with the information. So we know how many students we're going to have, or about a number of students we're going to have. How many will we have in each year? Each year group, do we know?
I think the goal was to have around 200 to 220 the first year.
Okay.
So, and the school, the mission of the school would be for it to be a model. So it would be a model to the community, and then help move the school's ratings up to be in the top 10% in Nevada. So as a whole, would make Nye County look more proficient. It would be more proficient as children gain proficiency and scoring goes up, then the whole county benefits from that.
Absolutely.
Not just Pahrump.
And building on that, so one of the ways we're going to be looking at doing their education is using a REACH program, sort of, and it's respect, enthusiasm, achievement, citizenship, and hard work. And so when they look at that, each child is going to be held to those kind of standards, that they're going to be working towards those. Along with, of course, we're going to be having the regular classes of math and English and PE and health and foreign language and arts. So it's going to be a well-rounded, not only in just education knowledge, but also a well-rounded person too. So,
you know, and what you've said, if you have students who are at grade level, I'm going to use the 4th and 5th grade. If a 5th grader is at 5th grade level in reading and math and all the other things, that's going to also move them, the entire school, to like a 5-star school or a 4-star school, much better than a 1-star school.
absolutely.
So this charter school is something that's needed.
It's very needed. I have had numerous parents come up to me and say, please, please, please keep working on this. I have one parent that came up and their child is only 2 years old, and they said, please make sure you keep doing this, because when my child is old enough to go to kindergarten, I want to see the charter school there, because we are ready to put our child in.
Oh, this is outstanding. Truly, truly outstanding. If somebody has any questions, and I know they'll have a lot, we don't have a call-in. There are times we talk about having a call-in show, but we don't have a call-in right now. So after watching this show tonight, get that phone number down. Call Kay or call Michelle and let them know, look, I have questions about this or that. My child is interested. I'm interested in it for my child. And like she said, my child is 2 years old or 3 years old. We're ready. How soon can you make this happen? These are the ladies that can answer that question for you.
And we'd be more than happy if you call us to send you information about Pahrump Valley, our mission, vision, how we plan on accomplishing our goals. And anybody that needs any questions answered, we're here for you. So please do reach out, and we'll be glad to. If we don't know the answers, we know the people that know the answers. So, and we'll get in contact with them for you.
One thing that's going to be different at PVA is the school hours. School is going to be starting like with the pledge and announcements at 8 a.m. And that's a little different than a school day looks in most public schools right now. So it would be more like the school day that you experienced and you and I experienced of a longer school day. Yeah. So you're looking at like from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then extracurricular activities, which I know that's part of the mission too, is to offer extracurricular activities after school too. Yes. So a little different school day.
Yes, yes. It's not going to be all hard work. It'll be fun activities too for the children. So keeping their minds and hands busy.
And I know this is getting a little bit ahead of the game, but with everybody that's watching this program tonight, don't forget, if you are a teacher and you're looking for a place to teach and you want to be a teacher, you might want to contact Pahrump Valley Academy and say, look, I'm interested. I don't know if you can use my talents at this time, but I'm interested. And for those parents that are looking for a school, don't hesitate in calling saying, I've got a student that I'd like to transfer to Pahrump Valley Academy. I understand all the things that are going to be different, disciplinary actions and things like that, requirement to be at grade level. So I want my child at grade level, and for reading, for math, social studies, and all the other programs that you have in the school. And this is what Pahrump Valley Academy is offering.
Also, one of the aspects of the charter school is that if a child is 10 years old, 5th grade, but maybe reading at 6th grade level, then that's how they're taught, is at the 6th grade level, as opposed to being held back with all the other students in the 5th grade. So individualized, they work at their level or above instead of only at the level they're in because that's the level of grade that they're put in. So that way they can excel on their own. And that's what will help and benefit them also.
And if we didn't do that, the child, as I noticed as a school administrator, the students get bored. Mm-hmm. They're in a classroom. They can already do everything that they can do in the classroom, but they're not allowed to move ahead. So they're bored, they get into trouble, and then we have all the other problems. If you don't let a student get bored and they're interested in school, they will keep on learning for the rest of their lives.
And that's what we want to do, is continually challenge them and have them progress forward.
Yeah, that's where the enthusiasm comes in. Mm-hmm. Teaching things and also making things fun. So.
We want to make it fun for all of our students, our teachers, our administrators, for everybody dealing with Pahrump Valley Academy. And we want all the other schools to be looking at that saying, we can be just as good. And that'll bring the level up for everybody. And that's our goal. These two ladies are here. Please get in touch with them. I know we're running out of time for this program tonight, but please call Kay or call Michelle. Look, I have questions about Pahrump Valley Academy. I'm interested in it. I want to learn more. Call them, because we're going to go forward with this. Thank you, ladies, for being here tonight.
Thank you,
Thank
Tom.
you.